All right, everybody. So here we go with our next college we're looking at. And this goes on our series of small colleges out of state you might not have heard of, but you should check out. This is Colorado Mesa University. It's located in Grand Junction, Colorado. So that's western Colorado. It's on this side of the Rocky Mountains. It's not over by Denver. All right, so some general information about it. It was founded in 1925. So, depending on your frame of reference, it's not that old of a school. It's been around for a long time, but it has had significant construction and building going on. There are a ton of new buildings on campus. There are 11,000 students enrolled, so that's kind of a mid to small size school, I would call it. It's 46% male, 54% female, so almost split in half. 14% of their students come from outside of Colorado, so not a lot. If you went there, there would be a lot of people from Colorado. But interestingly enough, there have been a lot of people from Southwest Riverside County, Temecula, Murrieta, Elsinore, who've ended up going there lately. Has 114 undergraduate degree programs, so that means bachelor's degrees. There's quite a few. It's not as big as some other schools, so you will be somewhat limited, but it doesn't matter as long as they have your major. And their student to faculty ratio is 20-1, so that's really nice. What it's known for? Well, first of all, it's a smaller, more personable school where you won't get lost. For reference, San Diego State has 35,000 people. So, which may be your deal. Maybe you do want to go to a big school, but maybe you don't. It has small class sizes. 47% of the classes are less than 20 students, so that's huge. The majority of your classes will be small. It also has a joint engineering program with the University of Colorado at Boulder, so that's really nice. UC Boulder is a very big, very well-regarded school. It's very affordable. It might cost you less to go here than anywhere in California. It has a high acceptance rate. Most of you would get accepted here, assuming you've passed most of your classes. You just have to be a decent student, and you'll probably get in. And as a side note, it has one of the nation's best mountain bike teams. They actually have on campus a pump track. They have world-renowned mountain biking all over the general vicinity and area. They also have a BMX team, so they're pretty well known for that kind of stuff. All right, some admission stuff. It's a rolling admission, so that means you can apply anytime. So if you're watching this right now, you can apply. It's not like the UCs and Cal States have a November cutoff date. Apply anytime, but I would always recommend the sooner the better. Again, it's an 81% acceptance rate. That's pretty high. They will take either SAT or ACT, but as of right now, they will waive this and they'll just go on your GPA. They have their own application. They don't use the common app, so it's a specific one to them. I've seen it. It's not incredibly complicated. And a lot of times we do have a fee waiver for them like we do this year. I will post that online so you can apply for free. So you got nothing to lose. So some academic type stuff, rankings, etc. They're ranked number 87 for Western regional universities for smaller schools or schools that don't have a PhD program. So it's not bad. They're top 100. Here's their engineering majors or related. They have civil engineering, computer science, construction management. That's a kind of unique one some of you might be interested in. It is less math and science and more hands-on construction stuff. Very good jobs, and it might be up some of your alley. They have a cybersecurity major. That's a hugely growing field. So any of you considering that, you will get jobs. And they have mechanical engineering. So mechanical and civil are kind of the two standards that everybody has, but they do have some other ones. Some other notable majors I've checked out on there. They have forensic science. So if you're interested in doing like crime scene investigation work, that sort of thing, they have that major there. They have aviation technology and computer aided design. Both of those are actually 2-year programs. They're not bachelor's degrees, but for some of you, that might be a hot ticket. Another one that comes up a lot recently is a lot of you guys are interested in becoming a lineman or electric line worker, and they do have a program at Colorado Mesa to get your license to be an electrical line worker. It's not a 4-year program, it's like a tech school, but that's something really interesting some of you guys might want to look at. They have environmental science and technology and geoscience. Those are big in Western Colorado because Western Colorado is really well known for one of the big industries is natural gas. So those both play huge roles in there. They have a manufacturing technology program, like where you can be a CNC operator. They have a very big nursing program. They have a couple different hospitals in the area that they work with, so you can get an RN license and then go on to like a PA, all sorts of stuff. And then they have a quite extensive teacher education program. If you want to be any grade level teacher, they have stuff that you would be wanting to look at. All right, next, why you shouldn't go there. We always start with that. It's a long drive. It's like 12 hours driving. You got to get out of California, go through Vegas, go all the way through Utah into Western Colorado. So you don't come home on the weekends, you guys. It is a short plane ride. It's only about 3 hours, and that's including your layover in Phoenix. So you can fly there, but you have to go to like either Denver or Phoenix first, and then you fly to Grand Junction. Flights are pretty cheap, but you do have to fly. It's not like you're going to come home. It is a smaller town. It's not a city. They do have a mall and everything you would really need in the world, but it is not a big town. It is a small town. It is a mid-sized school, so they're not going to have every major you want. They might not have your major, to be exact. If they don't, then obviously you wouldn't want to go there. But if they have your major or something you're interested in, you might really want to consider this place. They do have weather and seasons, like it does snow. They do lose their leaves. For some of you, that's a positive, and some of you, that's a negative. And then they are Division II athletics, so you know they're not going to be going nuts on March Madness. You're not going to be seeing your football team play in a bowl game, but they do have a football team, so you can go to football games and cheer for them. And heck, some of you guys could even end up going to play football there. All right, why you should go there. It's likely cheaper than most Cal State universities. It's definitely cheaper than UC's. Even though it's out of state, they are part of WUI, which is the Western Undergraduate Exchange Program. So it's probably cheaper. You get to go away for college. Guys, this is a big deal. Getting to go away for college is pretty cool. It helps you grow up and learn responsibilities and figure stuff out. I'm a big proponent of go away for college. They have a high acceptance rate. Some of you guys are worried, like, will I get into certain Cal States? Like, can I get into San Diego State or Cal Poly Pomona? Well, this has a pretty high acceptance rate, so likely you'll get in there. You could go immediately after high school and not waste time in community college. If you go the community college route, there's nothing wrong with that, but sometimes it does take a while. Sometimes it takes more than 2 years to transfer. And for some of you, that will be very frustrating and you might not make it out. So this is a good option where you can be like, I'm going straight to a 4-year and I will graduate and I'll get a job. For me personally, it's a killer area for outdoor activities. I mean, you name it. If you're into the outdoors, cycling, fishing, hiking, off-roading, you're near all the amazing Colorado ski resorts. If you're into off-roading, you're a few hours away from Moab. There's high country 4x and dirt bike riding, so obviously pretty cool with all that if you're like me. The school has lots of outdoor-related clubs, like so you can explore and learn all this stuff. They have kayaking. They have this whole outdoor rec center where you can check out sports equipment and camping equipment and go do stuff. And then a real big benefit is classes are not impacted, so you'll get what you want. You won't be, on waiting lists and things like that. That's huge. I can't emphasize how big of a deal that is. Most Cal States are impacted now, and that's not fun. Paying a lot of money to not get classes is not cool. Next, these are going to be some links. Since this is a video, you won't be able to get these, but I will post these for you. One of them is just a general tour of the campus, and one of them is a tour of all their engineering stuff. So again, this is Colorado Mesa University. It is definitely worth your time to take a look at and consider. It might be the right fit for you, and it's a little bit out of your wheelhouse and not normal things we talk about. So I would highly recommend doing your homework and checking it out.